G'day guys, welcome back to Wombat Gaming. Today we're going to be doing another playthrough of Bellwright. I haven't played this game in a little while. There's been a few updates. We're going to do something different this time though. We are going to be heading further in land with our playthrough. We're going to be trying out a new settlement approach. We are not going to be sticking to the safe areas where we would normally stick to. I've just created a new player here. We're just going to skip through the first dialogue stuff. I'm going to get straight into it. So guys, follow along because there's been a lot of changes in the game, a lot of new things in the latest updates, which is really exciting. And the reason why I'm trying to build the towards the, I'll show you in a second where we're going to be building. Let's just get into game, and this is going to starting area. So we're just going to grab, I think there's some stuff up in here. I'm just going to grab this stuff. And yeah, as I said, I'm going to be showing you a better location to start, I think. So now there is a new mechanic in game where you can move your soldiers around the map easier, and it requires a river. Now the reason why I'm going to be building in a different area is because of that reason. So this is the entire map as it is as current. I mean, they may release something, later on, but at the moment we have this main river that runs through the middle here. Now, the problem we had with most of our playthroughs is we would build into this area up here, and this area here it's a nice safe area. It's nice and flat. It's kind of near the main three towns, Padstow, and we've got Bradford over here as well. So this was a good area. It's nice and safe, but there is no river nearby that you can actually place this particular mechanic on. I have tried on another playthrough to place it in around this area. I had no success at all. The only place I really had any success with placing it near a river was down in this area here. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to make our way to the wheat fields, and I'm going to set up a base in this area. There is quite a nice big flat area here. There's plenty of resources. The only resources that I'm a little worried about are going to be things like iron and copper and things like that. I do believe there's some across the river here. So that's the only thing. So let's stick around, see what we're going to come up with, and let's get into it. So like I said, I'm going to chop out a little bit of the running because that's the sort of stuff that we don't really want to see. I will let you know where I'm heading and why. So just to keep this kind of video these playthroughs a little bit shorter. And let me know if you like that or not, or if you'd rather see the whole playthrough without any cuts. I'm quite happy to do it without cuts if that's going to be something you prefer. But just kind of running on roads and stuff. If we're doing any of this and not doing anything exciting, it's probably best that I cut it out. And the first bit of this, if you haven't played this game before, we're heading into town and we're going to speak to an elder to get our sort of quests kick-started.
Ancestors must be weeping in their...
So we'll have a chat to him.
I think I have a duty to my village first and foremost, looking for but speaking openly can be a death sentence. No. But you...
All right, so we're just going to kickstart that. We're just going to grab all these here. And we're going to turn off this disable, this pop-up thing. Anything else we missed? Nope. And we are going to head to the area I talked about. Now, along the way, we pass through a few things. I will point out some tips, and I'll stop and show you those areas as well. But we are going to be, like I said, heading to this area here. So we're going to head there now. And if I stop along the way, I'll show you why I've stopped, because there are some important locations along the way that we might want to do. Some little tips too, while you're in town, this place has a couple of merchants. Gold is going to be kind of one of the things that you're going to want to get more of. At the moment, we only have 27. Now, this guy here has a bunch of stuff that you can buy from him, but you can also sell stuff to him as well. Now, some things that you'll come across really easily in this game are river reeds early on, so just remember that, or maybe cooked pieces of meat, although I'd rather be using that for yourself. But river reeds, if you're coming back to this town, make sure you grab a bunch of river reeds, because seriously, 220 gold is going to be super important every time you come this way. And we got a potato. Let's pop that into our quick slots actually, and turnip. And we are going to basically, just head off. So just remember these merchants, because they are pretty important. And we're going to run past another merchant too. I'll show you that guy. There's something really important that you need to get from him. Let's get rid of all these little things, and let's head there now. Alrighty, we are at the like a crossroads sign here. This is just at the base of the town. You can see here we're just outside the outskirts of it. And the reason why I'm pointing this out is just ahead of us, there is in that area over there, there is a herbalist. You can see in this kind of distance over there. We're not going to visit the herbalist yet, but that's good for getting seeds. Now, you want to stick to the roads. Your agility is a lot better on the roads. So we just going to check some things. Interesting that I can put that into quick slots. All right, so we're going to stick to the road, and I'm going to show you another merchant that's just up this road here. This one's super important. Now, this one sells things called straps. Now, these straps are super important because early game, there's our herbalist. The straps essentially allow us to do research mechanics later that we're going to need, and you're going to need a few of them. Let's check this shrine out. I don't think there's anything important here. Nope. There's hemp in the area, so you can grab hemp if you want to. It is kind of important. Little things like that are going to be mindful. I wouldn't bother with keeping seeds at the moment, so dump your seeds. But we're going to actually leave room for at least, whatever these, 6, 12, 8, about, we'll leave it there actually. Because we're going to need wood. The reason why we need wood is we want to make some gold in order to not to buy things, but we need to buy this strap. Now, this is the first guy we're going to see over here. Be mindful of the bandits in the area, but head this way, and actually we want to get ourselves an axe going. So let's get some wood and some rocks. Let's do that first because we do need to get a axe and maybe even a torch. Let's see, some stone up. We don't want tin really. We want stone. All right, here we go. Not sure how much stone we'll need. Let's have a quick look. We need 4 more sticks. So let's find some sticks. You can pull out saplings. We don't have an axe just yet. And we need 1 more stick. No, here we go. We're going to actually drop the tin ore. We don't really need that straight up. And we're going to put that into a quick slot. We're going to make ourselves a torch. All right, so now we've got plenty of room for the wood. So let's collect the wood, and I'll show you why. I'm going to stick to small trees. I think this guy buys about 50. I'll have a chat to him in a second, but we will collect the wood before we go down there. We are gathering seeds. As you can see, we don't want those seeds, so we're going to dump those. And is our inventory full? No, we got 1 more. All right, 25 wood. Let's put our axe away. Let's go and chat to this guy.
I'm open for business, and I guarantee.
Now, as you can see, he sells stuff here. So you can buy things from him. You can buy this strap, but we want to sell all this wood. So it's about that was 42 wood. There we go. So we've got 19 more wood to go. So let's grab the 19, and then we'll buy this strap off him for later. It's just easy money, so we might as well do it.
If it's quality goods, you're
Okay, we're gonna. All right, so we have essentially now up to 111 gold, which is super handy for us. And then we can buy this strap. Now, I recommend buying this strap every day because you are going to need them. And he only has the one strap every day. There is another merchant over in this area over here, sort of in the middle of this map just here. But we're not in that area. If we were setting up your camp in this area, that would be your closest merchant. But just bear in mind that that merchant is there as well. So, all right, so we've done that. We want to head off now to the location I was talking about, which is just near the wheat fields. That's where we're going to head now. We're not going to worry about Padstow just yet because we can do that later, but we are going to head into this area and avoid wolves and things along the way. So I'll jump to that area now so you're not having to watch me just run across the fields. Now I have made a little stop on the way. This little area here is really good for reeds, so just bear that in mind. You definitely want to stop here and grab reeds whenever you can. Beware of the wolves and boars and obviously bandits in the area, but I would be stocking up on reeds here, and we can basically drop them on the ground or put them into some storage. We are going to need lots of reeds for our bow and arrow. And we can also, as you remember, sell these reeds to the guy back in the main town. So we're just going to continue to do that. And then I'm going to head off. So I just thought I'd point that out. Buddy, we are at our destination. I think I'm going to set up my base just here. You can see we've got the wheat fields over here to my right. And we do have a river on the other side of that road. If you have a look here. Now, this is the path that I took if you're interested. I did run into one wolf that I had to dispatch, but I basically tried to follow the road as much as I could and then cut up through this area, just avoiding wolves and bandits as I went. And the reason why I like this area is it's right near this river. We do have a boar nearby, but just bear that in mind. But this area I think is pretty good. There's some mud. We've got plenty of resources around to get us started anyway. I think, like I said, the only thing I'm kind of a little worried about is the idea around iron and copper, but we'll see how we go and we'll investigate this area. So what we want to do is we want to start building and we want to get the personal shack up and running. So let's get that started. And we are going to need wood. Now, I do have a full inventory, as you can see. Now, the good thing about this game is you can just drop things on the ground. So we'll just drop all these reeds and all this hemp, and that way we've got belts. We'll need the flax, so we'll keep that on us, and we won't want to, just in case, we won't want to lose this, so we'll just leave that, clear that there, and let's get chopping. We need wood and some stones. There's like a little pit here. If you haven't played this game, it tells you we need 6 flax and 10 wood. There's plenty of flax around, so we'll grab that first. And just got to be mindful of that boar we did see on the map. We don't want to get too close to the boar just yet. Once we get this personal shack down, we will be able to build some containers like storage, which is going to be handy for us. And we just need 10 wood. All right, that should be enough now. We should be able to get this going. Now that bag won't stay there forever, so just bear that in mind. Don't leave that there too long. When you're building, put your axes away. It's a lot easier. You're not swinging. All right, there we go. Now we can build ourselves some storage. So we need 3 flax and some wood for that one. So we're just gonna, we need 1 more flax and we need some more wood. So keep an eye on that ore that's over there. There should be more flax though. And we might build a couple of storage containers if we can. Do need some food. We are running out of food, so we're going to get ourselves a campfire going as well. All right, so now we can grab this stuff that we had down here. And put it into storage. We can build another one of these storage containers actually as well. We might do that now over here. Next to each other. Need some more wood, that's fine. Anything that we don't kind of need. Alrighty, we get some more wood and we'll start to build some of the things like the campfire. We want to get that meat that we have on the cook as well. And we need to collect some stones. There's also, it looks like there might be some mushrooms in this area. Usually find them in these kind of bushy kind of areas. You can see some there on the left of me, so we'll grab those. Don't need any, we're going to need some logs in a minute, but we'll just grab a few of these mushrooms. And we need some stone. So I think let's have a look through here. Sure we'll find some stone. There we go. All right, room for 3 more things, so we might just now one of the things we're not going to need right away is tree seeds, so just bear that in mind. It's probably something that we don't need, so we'll just dump those. You will need them later on. All right, so we've got a couple of storage containers now, so we're going to need to build a campfire. So let's build that. Let's get that one going so we can cook this meat. All right, we got that going. Let's add some wood. We need some more wood. Let's cook this meat. Now you have to just cycle down. It will prioritize mushrooms. So we want the mushrooms cooked, but we want those 2 pieces of the meat cooked as well. So let's get some more wood going. Now, part of the quest line, we're going to need to obviously get some helpers. One of the first ones we were going to get, we're going to need essentially a personal, going to need his own shack to live in, so we're going to build that as well. That will require some logs, so we'll and we're going to need some more flax as well, things like that, so we'll keep our eye on that sort of stuff. So let's build mushrooms. Nope. Okay, we don't want to build on top of resources, so just make sure that wasn't actually Gonna need a housing tent for him. So you can just lay this whatever way you want to lay it out. I think at the moment we need flax and 2 logs. So let's get the flax while we're down here. Keep an eye on our meat. And we've got our mushrooms, so we'll chuck those into our and grab some more of this flax. We could go to sleep right now, but we might as well get some of this building done. And I do want to have the shack built for our new companions. So grab a few of these resources while we're up here. Some sage over here by the looks as well. We could pop that into storage. Oh, inventory is full, so let's head back down. Now, if you leave your meat and stuff on the fire too long, it will burnt. So keep an eye on that. All right, I'll put that in a pot as well. We needed a lot of that, didn't we? I just realized. Oh, we have company. We want to. Alright, we did want to avoid this, but we have got our first combat scenario. So, I think we might be in a bit of trouble here, but yeah, we are. Alright, wasn't paying attention, so we will have to respawn in a second. Alright, just have to wait that out. Now, it's not the end of the world because we were right near our base anyway. And there was nothing for him to pillage, and he's kind of wandered off. So he had a shield, which was making it a little bit hard for us. So, all right, let's continue on with building this, and then we'll get on with the mission. We need 2 logs, and we need that 6 flax. So I did put the flax away accidentally. And we need to get those logs, which is just a matter of chopping down some of these larger trees over here. We do need to keep our food intake up, so let's make sure we keep an eye on that. Eating different types of foods is going to give you increased health and stamina, so it's definitely something to keep an eye on. While we're over here, there was some berries. We'll place that in our inventory, and we want these mushrooms too that were in this area. Here they are. And we're full, so that's just looted on the ground. I wasn't paying attention. All right, let's get these mushrooms on the cork. Finish off building this little little shack here. All right, that's built. Let's get there's mushrooms cooked. Oh, we thought we had some more meat. We dropped that on the ground for some reason, so we don't want that in cooked slot. We want that in here. See how the health bar and the up the top left hand corner increases when you put different types of food. When you eat different types of food, you get more health, more stamina. So what else can we build while we're here? We can build a research desk, but we can't use it at the moment because you can't research, only your companions can. And a simple workbench is only going to make us the things that we can actually make on us at the moment until we start to do some research. Anyway, so we are pretty much done. We've got a little bit of basically questing to do now. So we're going to sleep, and then I'm going to make my way back over to the main town, which is Hydrodine, and we're going to talk to the elder. So I'm going to follow the path we essentially took all the way back. Essentially, I'm just going to sleep the night away, and we're going to head there now. Now it is day 2, and one thing I will point out on the way back that we have to remember is that there's a boar behind us. We're going to be more mindful of that. So not to run into boars, wolves, or bandits, but this guy, remember, he sells the basically that strap that we need, and we can also get gold from him as well, so we can get wood. But we want to collect reeds and carry the reeds with us. So we want to collect the reeds in this area here. On the way back, just fill ourselves up with reeds, and then we're going to sell the reeds to the merchant in the main town there. So just want to check that we're not carrying anything we don't need. We'll get rid of that now. We will need some. So we will. Now this will probably be burnt by the time we get back. So that's all right. We've got a boar behind us, and let's dump some of the stuff that we don't need into storage. We can eat stuff on the way over, so that's fine. We'll carry these just for a little bit of food. So we've got plenty of space there for food. And we could try and take this boar on while we're here. We don't, like I said, if we die, it's not the end of the world. So let's try and take this boar on. Now we can use the fireplace as a bit of a, dodge and weave. So let's see if we can. I find with a boar, you can just, if you can keep backing up, just keep swinging down on it. Not to get too close. All right, there we go. So that wasn't too bad. We lost a little bit of health, but we'll gain that back. So, and we grabbed some fur and some larger pieces of meat, which is good. We definitely need those. So before we head off, I think we're going to grab some more wood, because we're going to run out of wood. We'll just quickly grab some wood for the fireplace. We want that food. We'll take that with us. Like some of the visuals, all the blood on my axe, that's kind of new as well. Alright, we didn't need a lot of wood. So we'll just soak the fire, grab this meat before we go, because it will, unfortunately, the fire will burn this stuff to a crisp. Which you can still eat it, but alright, so we're getting pretty full on this particular storage container. Have we put anything in this one yet? Nope. And like I said, we're just going to wait for this meat, and then we're going to head back to the main starting point and talk to that elder. So I will jump to that now. Alrighty guys, I did forget about one guy on the way back. I cut through the bush just up from the wheat fields. There is another I guess, a vendor. It's a herbalist, and you can sell stuff to this guy to make extra money if you want. So if you did want to bring things with you or find
Good day,
things in
my
the
friend.
area,
Are you
this
in
guy, he basically sells all this sort of seeds and mushrooms, things like that. So just keep that in mind. The buying items are too expensive for you right now, so I wouldn't bother with them. But sell things like to have like large pieces of meat. If you didn't want to carry them with you, you could get rid of them. But mushrooms are pretty plentiful, so just even if you had brought some mushrooms with you, you could just sell them to him and make a little bit of money on your way if you wanted to. So just keep that in mind. You can always live off berries and things like that. So I will sell these just to get a little bit of extra gold from this guy. And just a little tip there. And if you had like there were mushrooms in the area, like there is just here, you could harvest those as well. So just keep that in mind with the other guy. We're going to go and get the wood from as well. So looks like there's only the 3 mushrooms here that I can see. There's probably more in the area, but we do have a wolf close by too, so got to keep an eye out for that guy as well.
Good day, my friend.
So let's sell these mushrooms that we do have. Every little bit of gold's going to help out at the beginning, and we're going to head off to the main town. We're going to stop at those reeds, collect as many reeds as we can. So and then we'll go to the next vendor and see if we can get another strap. Because remember, we're going to get those straps every day as well. Let's head there now. Now, while we are collecting the reeds at this location for the sell to the next town, there is this guy, and he actually has a quest, but he also is a vendor as well. So you can see that he will buy dried berries, meat, and some cord off you. These are probably rarer items, smoked items. These things here, I wouldn't worry about too much early game. So this vendor is probably not going to be the best vendor to start with, because you're not going to have access to these things anyway. And he does sell fish and things like that. Just bear in mind that he is here because he will be handy later on, that's for sure. Now, some little tips in regards to this guy. So we filled ourselves up with reeds, which is not the end of the world. We can just alt dump all that on the ground and pick it up in a second. And essentially this guy sells wood, wants to buy wood, sorry, from us. So we need the wood in order to get the strap. So we'll just get some of the wood for him, and we'll buy that extra strap that we need as well. Don't go too close to the road. Those 2 guys probably a little bit tough to take on this early. All right, so we're gonna just put our axe away, and you can see the reeds are still there, so we can still collect those reeds, and we'll have a chat to this guy. Stay on the side.
I'm a professional.
And you see, that's the strap that we want. So we'll sell all this wood though first. And then basically now we've got more gold, so we can then just buy this strap from him. And now we haven't got any obviously cords, but we've got that strap that we needed, and then we can come back over here and we can basically pick up. We don't need this wood, so we'll just dump this wood. We do want the reeds. Let's have a look and see if we can use one of these. It's giving us pretty good health, that. Anyway, it's almost gone anyway, so we'll just take the berry to free up an extra slot. And probably could get rid of just one of those. I think the reeds are going to give us some more money. So, all right, so that basically is what you need to do. Pick up those reeds, and then we'll head off to the next town, and we'll continue on with the quest. Alrighty, we are back in town, and talk to this guy.
How can I be of service today?
And remember, he's got the river reeds, so you take 30. We didn't have enough room for 30, I don't think. We probably could have gotten a few more if we'd gotten rid of, if we didn't buy the strap and didn't have these, but we did need the strap. So just fill yourself up as much as you can. But you can see where our gold is already at 300, which is really good. And so if we really wanted to, we could go ahead and buy some of this stuff. We are going to need a cloth quiver later on. It's something we might be able to make ourselves. So we could just remember that he does have it. Arrows are pretty easy to make because all we need is the reeds. We pass by them every day. So essentially, really the only things that you're going to need later on is reinforced clubs, quite a handy early gamer. So if you can save up for that, that's why getting as much of this gold as you can is super important in the early stages. So we don't have anything else to really sell him at the moment. We could sell him at the axe that we have on us, and we could make a new one. It's like a simple sell if you want to make an extra 12 gold. So
How can I be of service today?
going to sell it to us, but it's maybe because it's slightly damaged. No, it's not going to let us. No, that's all right. We'll has to be a brand new one, obviously. So we're going to continue on with the quest now. We need to talk to the elder, and he's
the peace here in the name of Lord Ashbourne.
You again. I'll tell you what. We got into a little if you can bring. So the priority is the trap. She has a good relationship.
all right. So we're just skipping through the dialogue. You guys can do that. We got to talk to this lady. She's behind me.
Greetings, newcomer. Say, have we... I am. What can I do for you? Unfortunately. Perhaps bring a book...
So now we need to find him, and he's usually located, yeah, just up here on this hill here. Now we're going to run past a shrine on the way there too, so we're going to head this way. Always stick to the roads. Like I said, you can just run faster and further. Now there is a shrine, like I said, on the way if you follow the road, and it's quite handy because it will give you some, gives you an old coin and some other resources or something. So we'll have a look and see what that gives us. Now you will see there's things in these area here like reeds. We're in a town area, so, and like camp, you can't actually pick it up because it belongs to the village. So if you haven't played this game before, just bear that in mind as well. I'm gonna head up this way. We're gonna wrap this episode up soon. We're just gonna get this guy as a companion, and I'll show you the shrine as well. Let me know if you want to see more of these playthroughs, and if there are anything else that you may want to know. There we go. We got some coin and some knowledge books and some other stuff, so we can have a look at that in our inventory. So we've got some jam, which beetroot jam, which is really handy. Gives us extra health and extra stamina. What else we got? We got a apprentice book, which is for laborer. We can train our companions. That's pretty handy. And the old coin we can use to sell or get renowned from the local elders. So there's a couple of books there, which is kind of handy. So let's head off to this guy. Is just on top of the hill.
You don't look like the hunting type. Dobron has no respect for my... I used to be so I left. When I asked for better pay, the elder said no, and actually, yeah. Well, let's make an arrange. You look like I'm willing to join you if you provide...
All right, so I just skipped through the dialogue. You guys can look at that. But essentially, this guy's got reasonably good cooking skills and hunting. And archery, two-handed, and strength are okay. But you can see he's got limitations, but essentially he's free. At this stage, we have enough renown. You can see over here, we just need that basically 60. We've got 53, 60. So we make it in. So that's totally good. And we're going to just basically, yeah, essentially hire this guy to be with us. Now, once we've gotten him, it does say now turn your companion into a worker. But what we want to do is we don't want him running off back to our settlement because it is quite a distance. If you have a look on the map, he's going to run all the way back to here if we do make him a worker. So we want to make him a, it's, where is it? We want to make him a worker. So we're just going to select worker. And then we're going to quickly dragging back in as a companion. That just ticks off that part of the quest. And now we just need to make our way back to our settlements and build the research desk and the simple workbench. So I'm going to head back there now. I'm going to wrap this stream up, this video little walkthrough guide now, and then we're going to do episode 2 straight after this. So let me know again in the comments whether you're enjoying this or not. I know I tried to do one of these a few months ago, or quite a while ago, and people were enjoying it, but we're waiting on some updates. So the updates are through, and hopefully we can get a bit more out of this one now. So hit that like button, guys. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, and we'll see you on the next video. Wombat out.
In the digital realm where legends rise und deinen takes to the skies with pixels ablaze and battles untamed. We'll conquer the virtual, never